course. Hola! Hi everybody, this is our third and final part on my Project Jandalo, aka Marshmallow. Now some people ask me, why do I call him Marshmallow? I call him Marshmallow because he's white and soft and round, meaning that when he came he had hardly any muscles. He was nice and round and pretty, but you really didn't see any muscle definition. So, you know, we had, let me see, 3 months, February, March, April, 4 months he's been in training now. It was going extremely well. He has been growing, like I said, he's been having, you know, growing more muscles, he's become more straight, he has less attitude. He's still crooked, and this horse, you know, I think I mentioned last time, he has very little balance, very little strength of his own, so probably I could train him for a year. But now actually we've pretty much gotten our 5 basics down. You know, he goes forward, he stops, he backs up now, I'll show that later. That was a big problem in the beginning because he's a very dominant horse, so you know, problems with dominant horses a lot are, you know, that they don't want to back up because that's, you know, a form of submission. Also, you know, being nice and round and low and relaxed is a problem. So that was actually the biggest challenge with him. So besides the riding and the fact that he, you know, has very little balance and strength, just getting him to want to work, because he's allergic to work. He does not like to work. I think personally that he was castrated proud, as we say, so he wasn't castrated correctly. So I think well, it's one of two things. It's either that he still, you know, produces too much hormones, so, and the part of the hormones of those stallions that don't want to work, because sometimes stallions don't. The ones that do are amazing, the ones that don't are horrible. Or he's just a spoiled jerk, so that's possible too, of course, that he just really doesn't like to work. And I think part of that is that something went wrong in his basic training. So in Spain, and I think in general, you know, basic training should teach horses that, you know, when they're expected to do something, they have to do it. But Mr. Jandalo here does not agree. So I'm guessing something went wrong there. Just like now, he's being a shit because the mares and everybody are outside and he doesn't want to go inside. And of course, the only day I wanted to make a video, it's extremely windy outside, so I had to go inside. And he doesn't really agree with that, so he didn't want to stand still, which he had been doing very well, so that's a shame. On my last video, I can't show you how well he stands still. He stands still, but whenever I try to, you know, make him go around and everything, then he wants to move. So I just want to stand still because otherwise it would be hard to make this video. So I will be showing you what we've achieved so far. He has really nice movements when he wants to, so I hope he'll be showing those today. So in that sense, you know, I'm extremely proud. He also, you know, will show that with his owner. His owner has been coming every week and taking a lesson on him, and he's been doing amazing, except for yesterday. He really did not want to work. Again, I think that had to do with the fact that the horses were in the pasture, etc. And he just was preoccupied with other things, which was really annoying. So in the end, we got him to do it, but you know, it's a shame that had to happen. But on the other hand, it's good because he showed that behavior, basically just, you know, stopping, not wanting to go, not wanting to work. That's what he used to do at home. So it was actually maybe good that happened, so we could solve that yesterday. But it's just this horse, you know, every interaction you have with him, you have to you know, you have to make it clear who's boss, and that is not him. You know, even from just brushing him, you know, walking on the lead line, that was a big thing. That's why I did lots of groundwork in the beginning, just making it clear, you know, who is leading. And not so much that I focused on all the little things, like he wouldn't stand still when you mounted him. He would try to not bite you, but nibble you. All those things, I didn't really focus on those. I just focused on those groundwork principles, which are also basically the same as with riding. So they have to move forward when you ask, they have to stop, they have to back up, they have to move away from your leg, you know, yield to the leg pressure, they have to change direction, and those, you know, those things he's got down now, but, you know, it'll be a challenge to keep, you know, focusing on that. So even, you know, as you brush him, he'll fidget around like this. And, you know, I'll sometimes, you know, some days I'll have a brush in one hand and a whip in the other. And not that I whip him bad, but I'll just, you know, remind him, say, hey, excuse me, I asked you to stand still and I'm busy doing something now, so I expect you to do it. So stuff like that. Like now, the fact that he's moving around is really annoying. But like I said, I'm trying to talk here, so I'm trying to keep him still. Anyway, so I'm going to move around, show you what I've been doing, why I did it. I've been doing lots of lateral movements, etc. And I'll explain as I go, since he's getting very impatient here. So in the beginning, I made sure that as I go on, normally I would just focus on moving forward with the horse and not really minding what he did with his with their head. But with him, since he has, you know, he's really dominant, I wanted to make sure that he was carrying his head low. And again, these things, you know, my channel's all about Doma Vaquera, but in essence, the basics are all the same, and that's how they feel in Spain as well. If you ask them, you know, what do you train, you know, what do you watch out for with a horse, you know, for Doma Vaquera or anything, they'll say it's all the same. So for them, the base is all the same, and it really is. And as I've mentioned before, you know, any horse that is trained in Doma Vaquera can do a Grand Prix dressage test. You know, they don't know Piaffe Passage, but if they have those basics down, which they do, the well-trained ones, then that'll be easy to teach as well, because a good trot is all about, you know, impulsion and having your horse under you, soft to your hand, etc. Really being able to get your horse moving from behind. This is something that you know, is also focused on in Doma Vaquera. The other way around is not the case. You cannot just take any dressage horse and expect them to do Doma Vaquera. Doma Vaquera horses also have a lot of balance, lots of strength, because when you ride them, you know, with one hand, you can't support them. And that's why Jandalo here, you know, we thought if everything goes well, then we'll make a beginning with Doma Vaquera, but I just don't ever see that happening. He's not a strong and balanced horse. He needs lots of support. He's 8 years old, but when you ride him, it's like riding a 4-year-old. So what I'm doing now is just making little circles, trying to get him to bend, because he was being fidgeting. You know, bending makes him relax. Relaxing basically makes them submit. So, you know, in dressage we talk a lot about relaxation. We talk a lot about submission, but in essence, you want to achieve the same. So I'm trying to get him to bend. His right side is his bad side, so he doesn't like to bend there. So when I trot him, you'll see him throw his left front leg out, because he still doesn't quite like to bend to the right. That's why I keep my whip on the outside now. In the beginning, I kept it on the right because he wouldn't react to my leg. So when I keep my leg on the girth, make sure instead of just walking out of the circle, he has to bend. My inside leg is on the curve, the outside leg is slightly behind, that inside leg is determined it's going to bend. So that was really important with him, and there's still lots of work to do there. So I've started lateral work now. So we'll draw it off. I've also, if you noticed, before I was using a different kit, and I actually switched to a Spanish Jandalo, because he had no respect whatsoever for the other bit. It was an unbroken, a straight rubber bit. Rubber bits generally are quite soft, and he has a nice mouth, he's soft, but then he'll have moments where he just, literally rips through the bit, and he'll go with the root, he'll grab it, he'll push his head forward and just rip the reins out of your hands almost. And also when he would stand still, he would throw his head up, and then, just have no respect for your hand. And I don't believe in using sharper bit. It's not about using a sharper bit, but I'm saying sharp bits and sharp hands. But you do want, what you don't want is for him to think that he can, that he doesn't have to respect. Now I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to look outside. Very rock high. So I put him on the Spanish pedal, and also I have a different saddle. This is my own dressage saddle, and the one I use on Isolda, because he was getting too big for his saddle, so it was kind of tilting to the back. Even this one is slightly wider in front, but it's much better than the other one. So that's a good sign because he's definitely developed since he's been here. Also in his neck, he's gotten the muscles closer to the ribs, have developed more, and less behind his ears. See if we can get it. That wasn't pretty, but I'm trying to cut. Tanner was a big problem. If you remember from the previous videos. So. See that, when he doesn't react to my leg, I'm really strict with him. And in the game or two, he makes you support him. Why don't I support him? Because on the lunge line as well, he could hardly canter on a circle. He would fall over, especially to the right. So I don't mind supporting him a little bit with the reins, but I am not going to push him every step. That's not good. He needs to move himself, and he doesn't like to work. And I'm a lazy rider. So, good. Also, when transitioning back, what he'll do is he'll just, lose everything. See if I can get him to move in transition. Back to the block. I was falling out and using my outside leg. See if we can get. See? That was okay. But what he would do is he would, clump, just stop, and then you lose everything. It's gonna go again. He's quicker for the leg. Now in general, that wasn't so much a problem as I thought it would be. Him being forward, I thought it was a big problem. When I saw his shoulder high, it seemed like it took a lot of effort. But with him, it's really about timing. So, now he's ignoring my outside leg. He's being shit today, basically. Because he had to work really hard yesterday, so he probably doesn't feel like it. So yeah, it seems like he wasn't forward at all. stop. Yeah. Now. Yeah, good. See if we can get a normal transition. Yeah, good. Ignoring my outside leg. Stop. You'll take. This is favorite. Stop there. Really hard on the right side. Really want that ankle. Good. Right. Because his left hind leg is his weak leg. So bend here to the right, to the left. But thank you. Good. Good boy. When you talk to him, he likes that. Now we have a nicer trot. And he can trot nice when he wants to. He would just walk away. So this in the beginning, moving his left hind leg under him and bending to the right was really hard. I told you he had trouble bending to the right. Bending to the right and putting back. No. Throw your head up. Not too worried. You know, in the beginning with lateral movements, I'm not too worried about what they do with their head. I mean, I just want him initially to react to my leg. I will back. No, because I can't correct his head if I don't, you know, if I don't have the movement else, fair to the right is better because he can bend easily to the left, or sorry, to the left, fair. He can bend easily to the left, and his right hind leg is stronger because he carries that under his body more as he's bent to the left. This is almost like a natural mode correct him. This is what he would do. Take him back, then he wants to, nope, totally stop. You don't want that. Good. Good boy. And, you know, then you really have to get used to riding a horse like this, if you're used to that. But, so I'm proud of what he's achieved so far. Because in the beginning, you really had no limits, no balance, no nothing. One of his, I don't want to do it, that's too hard. Go around again. Do it again. Good boy. Easy. Ask him to the center line. Just, he's so, you know, he finds it so hard. So try not, you know, trying on doing obedience and you know, have them actually enjoy what they do. You don't want them to not have it working for you. Not too deep. I don't want him to go, yeah, good boy. He doesn't have to go that deep. See if we can get a halt here at Maggie. That was impossible. Under control. But he did it. Good boy. Straight out here. You know, and you can show a really nice trot. You get on behind forward, you know, moving from behind. You want to be hard to pick up the legs at all, like a basic rider. When you get moving like that, he's a really nice mover. Let's see if we can get a nice transition. A little slow, but boy. Give him a little bit of rain for a minute. So, you know, quite proud of what we've achieved. You know, like I said, not only from a riding point of view, but really, you know, in his attitude as well. And like I said, that's been the biggest, really the biggest challenge, is getting him to accept that he has to do what's expected of him and not what he wants to do because he thought he knew it all better. You know, that's the hardest part. I mean, and then also his, you know, he's physically challenged as well, even though he looks amazing. If you compare it to Shula, I mean, Shula, she's 22 years old and you still see all the definition in her body, all her muscles. I mean, after I ride a horse like this, I really realize how fortunate I am to have a horse like Shula because she's just amazing. You know, went to the vet, wanted to do my videos, but I went to the vet. She had some problem with her sesamoids, the connection to her sesamoids, and her sesamoids are starting to show a little bit of damage. So probably I'll be bringing her soon. So yeah, that'll be the end of my videos and everything with you sold out, unfortunately. End of an era. So I hope you enjoyed, you know, which what I showed you wasn't really Doma Vaquera. It was more dressage, just basic dressage, but like I said, it's all the same. It's about getting those 5 basics down, moving forward, stopping, backwards, leg yielding, and changing direction with your legs. All those things he does now, if he wants to, and that remains to be the biggest challenge. So he'll be going to his owners on this week, next week, and hopefully that goes well. I will continue to support them and you know, with lessons and advice, etc. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Any horse you start in Doma Vaquera has to do those 5 things and has to do those 5 things well. Otherwise, you can't do anything, and that's really what it's all about. So, really important to do that. I will be finishing my 5 videos once he shows up and running. But make sure you check out my channel. Check out the other videos. They're all on there about those 5 basics. I still have 1 or 2 to go, but you know, watch the videos of Antonio as well. There you can see how the horses react. You know, it's all about light and, you know, willingness to work and moving forward, etc. That's what you need, because otherwise you won't get anywhere. You don't want your horse to be heavy in your hand. You don't want your horse to be heavy for your leg. You know, leg is everything. If he doesn't move for your leg, you've got nothing. You can have huge spurs. I have spurs on, but I don't use them that much. Not with every step, because your horse has to move by your leg. Once you get into the heavy work, you know, counter pirouettes and everything, you might need a spur here and there, but they should basically move away from your leg, move forward or whatever you ask them. So, hope you enjoyed that, my little project with Jandalo. You might see more of him in the future, who knows. But for now, I think we're happy with achieving those 5 basics and getting him to do the work that he was asked to do. You know, on to the next thing. I'm still looking for a horse of my own to continue doing my demos with, so stay tuned for more. You know, if you have subscribed to my channel, check out my Facebook as well. A lot of times I post little videos. So that's Centauro, Mika Hilkema Centauro. That's a page off of my own page, Facebook page, you know, where I continue to focus on, you know, all the things that I experienced in Spain. I was in Spain recently as well, so sometimes I just post little snippets on there as well. So subscribe to the channel, check out my Facebook. I also have a website, Centauro Doma Vaquera. Interesting stuff on there as well. All good stuff, all in English for those of you that are interested in Doma Vaquera but can't find the information. So thank you very much, and hope to see you next time.